So there's different techniques of holding a knife. Traditionally, you're going to see about 4 of them in the industry. One, you're going to see the pointer. So they're going to typically hold the knife this way with the index finger on the blade going through meat. And then you're also going to see the dagger approach. This is if they're breaking down, entire carcasses. You're going to see this in a lot of, meat markets where they're actually cutting through, carving, possibly going through bone. You're going to see this one as well. And this is for, typically someone who has never been in the kitchen. They're going to hold the knife literally by the handle, the hammer grip. So very safe, even safer with our offset heel that we carry. So you're going to see that. And then this is the most common, is going to be that pinch grip, to where typically you have your index finger and your middle finger pinched around the base of the heel to position a better control of the knife. So it does reduce injuries. And like I said, with us having that offset heel, it'll prevent a lot of injuries as well. So those are the 4 pretty major, common, I guess you would say, techniques of holding a knife. All right, next I'll be demonstrating how we're gonna cut this globe tomato. But first, you do have to make sure you have a clean, sanitized cutting board. You wanna make sure you have a clean, sanitized towel. Please do not leave that under there for an extended period of time. You do wanna make sure that you change that out. So stable cutting board, clean, sanitized cutting board, and then we have our tomato. Why it's so important to have a sharp knife versus a dull knife with a tomato, it's very dangerous. So if you have a dull knife and you're cutting a tomato, just picture I have my knife in my hand, it could slip anywhere on the cutting board, and then you have an accident. So you want to reduce that as much as possible. So that's why we have the sharp tools. And also, let's just say you're cutting and then you accidentally drop the knife. You drop it on its tip. Well, you're supposed to just let it drop. You don't try to catch it. You don't just let it fall. But the good thing about Cozzini is, just say the tip breaks, we replace any knife that's worn, damaged, or broken. So don't worry about it. We're there. We got your back during that process, but you want to be safe at all times. If the knife drops, just let it fall. So sharp knife going through a tomato. Very clean cuts here. Just moving the knife. And that's it. The Granton edges, like I said, that's one of my favorites, the Santoku, because it does help that separation, and it helps you kind of glide through as you're cutting. So there it is. So honing, that's used to, just give the edge back. It's not used to sharpen the knife. I'll do another video on that a little bit later, but diving into this bell pepper here. So see, simply moving the knife, how easy it is. So simply moving through, not chopping. I'm using the pinch method. There's that. Bam. And voila. I'm gonna be cutting this in some julienne strips. So I'm simply moving the knife. And I like to use the bear claw method. That's pretty much where you have your thumb tucked back and your 4 fingers kind of holding the produce. You keep your fingers a lot longer that way. All right, and there's the julienne. And at the end of the day, let us help your kitchen stay sharp. Every cut counts.